Hey guys, I thought we'd take a look at how our government has handled the coronavirus pandemic from the very beginning and everything in between until now. Enjoy.
I'm shaking hands continuously. I was at a hospital the other night where I think there were actually a few coronavirus patients, and I shook hands with everybody.
Are you serious?
The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been admitted to intensive care with those persistent symptoms of coronavirus.
But don't worry, our tiger-blooded national treasure fought back the virus and can now get back to sinking some hoops on a court near you. Okay, you got me. This footage was actually from 2013, but whilst Boris Johnson was fighting for his life, at least we had a really clear message surrounding face masks coming out of our government.
In terms of wearing a mask, our advice is clear that wearing a mask if you don't have an infection really reduces the risk almost not at all. So we do not advise that.
What I'd say is that on face masks we are guided by the science, and the government position hasn't changed.
But worry not, my friends. On the 24th of July, they completely reversed everything they had been saying about masks, making them mandatory not only on public transport, but in all shops as well. Surprising, really, when every country around us had already imposed these restrictions long before this, and in countries where they'd been fighting similar viruses in the past, had imposed them immediately. I guess now I say it wasn't really that surprising. So now we're in August and things are looking up. Coronavirus is in full retreat and we're all feeling really good about ourselves. The government decides it's time to get things moving again, and they introduce an eat out to help out scheme, which I'll be honest is absolutely boss. We get to eat KFC, Mackie D's and whatever else we decide to go for at a 2-for-1 discount essentially. So cheers Boris, thanks for pulling out the money tree. Although we both know there is no money tree, and my generation is going to be paying for this for centuries to come. Although things aren't all plain sailing for our knight in shining armour, there's a bit of an exam fiasco going on, and the government is at the centre of it. Naturally, because of coronavirus, the schools have been closed and we've been in an absolute state of lockdown. The students have therefore been unable to sit their exams, and the government has come out with an algorithm. Now we all know about algorithms. We fight with the YouTube one forever, and Facebook keeps thinking it works us out by just showing us endless Aussie man reviews. And the government's one is no different, in that it continuously gets these things wrong.
I want to congratulate all the students who have worked so hard to get the grades that they have and have done so well. And let's be in no doubt about it, the exam results that we've got today are robust, they're good, they're dependable for employers. Sports are out of the question. You couldn't sit your exams, which you yearn to do, and I'm afraid that your grades were almost derailed by a mutant algorithm, and I know how stressful that must have been for pupils up and down the country. And I'm very, very glad that it has finally been sorted out.
So much for the robust grading system then, hey? But anyway, let's move on to other things. Whilst cases were at all-time lows, the government decided to issue another statement. You know the ones, where Boris Johnson sits at his lovely mahogany desk and tells us all exactly what's going to happen in a really clear and concise manner. By that I mean, in the shortest time possible, confuses the absolute hell out of everyone that's listening to the broadcast. It was impossible to tell whether we were supposed to go to work, not go to work, use public transport but don't use public transport, as well as many other contradicting statements. But one good thing did come out of it, one of these absolute bangers.
Control the virus, go to work, sit in the sun, stay alert. Control the virus, go to work, sit in the sun, stay alert. Control the virus, go to work, sit in the sun, stay alert. We have a route and we have a plan. Work from home if you can. alert. Control the virus, go to work. Sit in the sun, stay alert. We have a route and we have a plan. Work from home if you can. PPE to the people who need it. To the people who need it. To the people who need it. We've been through the initial peak, but you should go to work this week.
And I think with that, we're basically all caught up on the government's U-turns, with the exception of not mentioning the local lockdowns that got a lot of public ridicule and open arguments between mayors and the government itself, which was very interesting to watch on the sideline, when it equally just led to a nationwide lockdown anyway, which is where we are now. So I wish you all luck with lockdown number 2. Hopefully this video gave you a few laughs, and if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate you dropping me a like, and if you would like to see more of videos like this, please do consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.